Welcome back everyone. Today is a very exciting day. It's day one of the Landy build and we have something super exciting to go and pick up.
We're off to get the roof.
Whoop, whoop. If you're new around here, we're Jess and John. At the beginning of the year, we decided to chase our dreams and travel the world. We went to Australia where we converted a van into a camper and lived on the road for 2 months, experiencing what Australia has to offer. We then headed to Malaysia for a month's road trip, where we had some experiences we'll never forget. On our return to the UK, we hatched a plan for our next adventure and headed off to Europe on an epic summer road trip in our self-converted Sprinter. Now back home again, you find us at the beginning of a new adventure for us, converting a Land Rover Defender into our ultimate off-road camper.
So if any of you have seen our previous videos, you'd have seen that we went to the Abentur and Allrad show in Germany, and basically that was to go and do our homework for Defenders, because the Germans love a Defender. If anything, they love overlanding full stop, don't they? The amount of vehicles we see was unbelievable. But yeah, they do all the rooftop conversions, and there's probably about 4 or 5 different types that they do
in different countries kind of all around Europe, and they were all at this show.
Yeah, but as much as it pained us, the Alu-Cab is the most expensive without a doubt of all of them, but it's the best. Like, we tried to think that the cheaper one, we'll go with that, but we always came back to the Alu-Cab.
Yeah, it's expensive for a reason, but it just gives you so much more head height, the way the bed actually works with the whole lifting mechanism. Yeah,
it comes with mattress, lights, everything. It's just basically a bolt-on, you're done job.
Yeah.
So
bolt-on bedroom is what it is. And there's 2 places that you can get them from in the UK, because they're actually made in South Africa. So one is at Tough Trek, which is down south, and the other is Neen Overland, which is just outside of Peterborough, which is where we're headed today to get our beauty little roof. I've never seen so many Defenders in one place. This is wild. There's got to be at least 100 here, and they've got everything. They've got like old army ones like this, little vintage ones like this, just every kind of Defender you could ever imagine. She's home. I'm a bit nervous about this one though. Like, what if I drop her when we're trying to fit her? But first job, we've got to get her unboxed and make sure there's no damage. So make sure it's not going to hit at the front. To the driveway, love.
yeah, just pull it out, that's all.
So, she's come off the trailer and out the box, all right, and we've got her on the ramps. But it does only weigh 150 kilos. So if you had kind of 2 big, strong people with big old guns like me on each end, you would be able to lift it with between 4 to 6 people, and that's how people do it if they don't have a ramp. But we've realised if you're new here, you won't have seen our beauty girl. So come and have a look, come and have a look. She is a 2011 Defender. And before we went, we couldn't help ourselves. We had to get on with a couple of jobs. So we put on the rock sliders with these steps as well. We've done the snorkel and put on a bull bar. We've put in the new bumper and a winch and spotlights, and we put in some sun protection underneath. So our next job is to get the roof off of this old girl.
If you know anything about building campers in England, you know it's a bit like cricket.
Cricket?
Rain stops play.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It's raining.
All it ever does is rain. Should we go back to Bosnia?
No. But yeah, so to get the roof off, all you got to do is all round the roof's, the original roof is just bolted on. So you got to undo all of them, and depending what model you've got, take your headliner off, and then there's a silicone all along the front that seals the front window to the roof. So we're just going to take all that off, and hopefully she comes off.
Well, the bolts part was surprisingly easy. I think it might be a bit trickier if you had a 4-door, because they've got a headliner all the way through, but they've come off pretty easy. John's just cutting out the silicone now, and then hopefully the roof should just pop off. So we've got her all cleaned up. Moment of truth. Let's see if she fits. So close.
He wants to know the plan.
I need to know the plan. He never tells me the plan and then he just barks orders.
She's so slow.
Panics me and then he's like, have you recorded this? Have you filmed that? Why is this slow?
She's slow.
Oh. Right, what's going on?
Right, we got to fit the roof and then we got to do a dry run. So we fit the roof, drill all the holes in it, lift it up, seal it, then put it back on.
Yeah, but
get that?
Yeah, but how are we getting it off
The
of
people
them?
got that, you didn't get that.
No, how are you getting it on there off of them?
We do this and do that.
No, that doesn't even make sense. Oh, give me strength. But then you're trying to do it like off your knees. So what am I doing?
Looking pretty.
I mean, I can do that every day. Okay.
So it sort of fits anyway. The old instructions aren't that good and it says use all the existing holes to drill through into the roof, but I don't think that's the case. So if you look here at the front, these are the brackets for the sun visor and these are the original holes where the roof goes through, but when you go through them there's nothing, there's no material on the roof here. So I think what it means is you drill through the rivets that hold these brackets on, because when you drill through them it works.
So in the back, what you've got to do is remove these guards. They're just on with a little Allen key, and then it will look like this. So this is where you can then drill through the old holes and nut and bolt it in. 1 million holes completed. So now what we've got to do is lift it up, get rid of all of the swarf. Swarf?
Swarf.
Swarf. Get rid of all the swarf, and then clean it all up, silicone it, and then drop it back down. Yeah, that one's in. Yeah. Yep.
Health and safety never said about hairnets doing this sort of stuff, does it? Come here, look.
Get some scissors.
Look at this, look.
Yeah, but it's in a knot. Don't rip it. John, just get some scissors, please. Ow! John, you're gonna rip it. Get some scissors. Oh my god. No, scissors.
Snips will do.
Oh my god. Ah, what? John, that hurts. You're gonna rip it all out. Oh my god.
What about my tool?
Look at my hair.
What about my tool?
You've just ripped it all.
You wrecked my tool.
Ripped your tool, you stupid bloody tool.
Pressure's on. So I'm going to lift it up. An old slow coach here is going to silicone it.
Old guns over here.
There'll be some shouting in a minute, no doubt.
At how good I am.
Right, you ready?
Hurry up then.
Don't mess this up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No rush.
Shut up. Let's get some bolts in. Get some bolts in. Look alive, John. Look alive.
You ready?
Set. Go. Well, that was interesting.
Bit of a nightmare, really. Like the silicone we were using, it's quite a humid day today, and the silicone we were using, it started going off. So it was a bit of a rush job, and there's a million bolts that we got bolted up, so we got that done. But we just got to do the door seals, on the front door seals, because you're taking the roof off, there's no trim for the seal to go on. So you just got to put some angle iron trim that comes with the roof. We've got to bolt them on tomorrow. And then pop her open and see. So fingers crossed we come out tomorrow and there's not rain leaked in everywhere where it's rained, so we'll see.
And we haven't put her on wonky, so she actually like goes up straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Jess's fault if it is anyway.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another glorious sunny summer's day in England. But we didn't actually get finished till 8:30 last night, so we've had to wait for the silicone to dry. Oh, good morning, John.
Morning, everyone.
So, perfect timing. Let's show you how she goes up. I'm going to take this. So it's just got these 2 clips at the back here. That's what holds it down, and you can put padlocks on them as well so people can't open it. And then you just push up. It'll get a bit easier because it will have helper struts on it when we fit them. And then you've got this little bit of elastic, and the purpose of that is to kind of hold in the sides when it comes down. So you just pull that down to the edge, and there she is. Come and have a look inside. So This is what it's like, obviously, when the roof is down. So you've got this all the way across. And you can see there's a light already fitted in it here. There's also a light at the front, which is really nifty because all you have to do is like put it into your electrics. You don't actually have to rig up any electrics or any lighting for the whole van, which is cool. So this just pops up. They're all on really nice gas struts. And here's your bed. It's also got these little natty reading lights already built in. And that one up on the roof. So like I say, no lighting to do, and it's got thermal insulation on the roof. And then this one just pops up, you can just let it go. And I can stand in the vehicle all the way to the front here. And like at the back, I could stand on this thing and I can still only just touch the roof. So it's absolutely massive. I'm so happy with the space in it. And then to get in the bed, you just pull this down. Again, they're so easy because they're on gas struts. I'm really impressed with this. So it's got 3 windows all round and they're all fitted with this like super high grade, it's mozzie mesh, it's not even fly mesh. And then it's also got obviously the canvas sides that zip up as well. So you can make it pretty much blackout up here as well if you wanted. But I like the idea of the mozzie mesh and being able to see out, or just having these windows open. How cool is that? Come and have a look in the bedroom. So there's tons and tons of space in here. There's that window that way. And like if I stand up on my knees, so I'm on my knees, can reach up and just touch the roof. Like you could sit up in here so comfortably. It also comes with quite a comfy mattress fitted as well. So you can see that all the way down there, and it's like so long, honestly. If I lay down, I've still got like a foot at the end of the bed. I'm so happy with the space of this.
So next job, we've got to get these struts on. And these struts basically just sit on the roof there and you bolt them in. And if you've got a lot of weight on your roof, when you pull the roof down, it just sits on there and it rests on there for you to tuck the sides in. But also when you're lifting the roof up, it's not that heavy, but just to get that initial up there, and then the springs take it up and just lift it up on its own. So we've got to get them on. And then in here, so this door seal, where you've taken the standard roof off, you've lost a little angle on there for the trim to sit on. So it comes with these, and you basically just rivet these to the roof, and then the trim will just push onto the angle. So let's get them on. Well, we're having a bit of a mare. You know these gas struts I was on about? Yeah, well, they sent us both the same side, so we're leaving that job for now. But I've just got the reversing camera on. I've got a reversing camera off Amazon, 40 quid. It's brilliant. But I've gone for a wired version because I've had wireless before, and sometimes when you're driving down the motorway, it picks up like interference of somebody else when they're running a horse box or something like that, whereas a wired one I think would be a lot better. But all I've done is just come through the back and you run it up, and in the roof, in the Icarus roof, there's some channels there with some cutouts behind, so you can run the wire all the way down. And what I do as well is I don't wire it up to the reverse, I wire it up to like mains 12 volts, so then I can use it as a rear view camera as I'm driving down the road, but also can switch it on and off. So there's the camera there, and then it comes with a little cigarette lighter with a push button for the power, or it comes with the way you can just wire it straight into the 12 volts. But like I say, for 40 quid, it's brilliant. So I'll drop a link in the description. And yeah, brilliant bit of kit. So we also got the Alu-Cab 270-degree shadow awning. And basically it goes on the side and it goes all the way around the back to cover the back door as well. So when you're fitting it, you've got 2 brackets. And all you've got to really concentrate on is the back bracket. If you get the back bracket on, fix that on, bolt it in, and then when you bolt both the brackets to the awning, the front bracket is pretty much self-explanatory. You can't really get that wrong. So we'll get it on and we'll show you. I'll tell you what, this weather is doing my head in. Stop, start, stop, start. So we're gonna have to be quick and show you. Are you ready? Right. What have we got? Under the zip. Flick that over. And then under the 2 straps. And pull her out. There she is. We've got to put a strap on the end here, so that mounts on top rivet on there and then it tightens, but I'll just put a bungee on there for the time being. But yeah, this is it. So it wraps around. This is why they call it the back wing awning anyway. Yeah, it's brilliant. This is why we got this, because it's so big, it covers pretty much everything, all the back door. And again, they're pricey, but I don't think you can get a better one really. So we've had a mare of a day.
Bloody weather.
Every time we get started, it starts to rain, and then we're back in here trying to do bits. So we put the window tints on the back earlier. I've got a 1% limo tint, not 1%. It's probably about 15%.
It's not even as dark as like weak sunglasses.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to send that back. So yeah, been a nightmare. But anyways, the roof's on, the awning's on. Not fully finished because we haven't got them gas struts.
No, because they gave us 2 of the same gas strut.
So we're going to have to wait for them. But we just thought you'd tell you about costs about these roofs.
Yes.
We got it for £8,800 for the roof. Mm-hmm. And then the awning was £1,650.
That includes the brackets. You have to buy the bracket separately.
Yeah. So about 10.5 all in for the awning and the roof. I definitely recommend, if you're buying the roof, get the awning. For the extra 1,650 quid. Again, we looked at them when we was on the Avenger and Alrad show, and there's loads of different models, but these are just the best quality.
I would say, compared to the roof, there was more competitive awnings.
Yeah.
But because it all goes together, and I didn't find any that were better, I just found some that were about the same for the same money. So we may as well go with the whole kit.
But one thing I have to say is the fitting instructions are horrendous.
Absolute rubbish.
So you don't get them with the pack, like it's just online, and it's an old set of instructions for an old cab. This is a bit of an updated one. I suppose they don't want to give you a decent instruction because they don't want you fitting it, because the fitting for this is £1,500.
Yeah.
So we've saved 1,500 quid doing it. It's just been a bit of a chore doing it because you've got no good instructions really, but it's worth that all day long for us. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah, the quality is unbelievable.
There's really good materials.
Because when we first looked at it, we were like, how can we spend 10.5 grand on a roof really? So, and an awning.
And I can't believe how much extra space it gives us.
Yeah, it transforms the whole vehicle. It's gone from a car into a camper,
a proper
really.
Camper.
Yeah, so we're really happy with it anyway, aren't we? So.
And our niece loves it. She's been in the roof all afternoon.
So, but yeah, we're going to leave it here this week. We're going to do a short one this week because we just really wanted to do the roof and the awning, and we didn't even really get that done. So, anyways, but yeah, if you come back next week, hopefully we're going to really get cracking on anyway.
Get going on the inside.
Yeah.
See you then.